it is happy hour, and it's our new product party. It's our ultimate craft day. I hope you enjoyed so far the presentations that we've done, and the cards we've made. I hope you've been inspired, and I hope it encourages you to start stamping and getting some cards made and really just having some fun. I do have my happy hour beverage going here. Gotta take a sip. I know, not the most healthiest thing in the world, but I tell you what, I've had a lot of coffee today. It's been a long day. I've had a bunch of water, so now I just need that extra little kick. Oh, and I did pull in some snacks. I dove into my Kit Kats. Anyone else have any snacks today? Or are you snacking right now? Do you have the party peanuts out? Oh, we should have had some party peanuts here. I'll have to remember that for my next happy hour. But I am happy. I've been having a great day. I hope you really have been enjoying this. We do have 2 more projects to do. And I'm gonna kick off with one of your pillow gifts. Well, actually, it's the second one. So earlier today, I showed you your little ouch package. This is actually some Band-Aids in there, just in case when you're flipping through your catalog or your cardstock and you get that paper cut, or if your take a pick tool becomes a take a poke tool. Yeah, I got some Band-Aids for you. All right. Our next pillow gift, and I will have, these are all the 3 pillow gifts I have here. There's actually one more. There's a 4th one that I'm going to share that with you at 6:30 tonight. But our next one, you can't have happy hour without a little beverage cup. So here's your little cup, and all of the tutorials are going to be in your class tutorial. So if you get the class kit, you're going to get 4 extra projects in addition to the 6 that we've done. So it'll be 4 other tutorials. Or if you purchase the project tutorial class, then you're going to get those too. So, but those are only going to be for people that get the class kit or the PDF tutorial. I'm not going to tell you how to make them on the videos. They're my gift to you. They're something fun. I just wanted to add to your class kit just to give you a little something to smile about. So this is a cute little, just a little drink beverage keychain. It kind of coordinates with some of the projects that we're going to be doing in just a few minutes. A little thank you, a little cup. I'm going to show you where that cup came from. Yeah, so, so there's 2 of them. And then, should I show you the 3rd one? Should I? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till after this next project. And then I'll show you this one. Because this one was, I had a lot of fun making it. And I just think it's just so cheery. It's just, it screams Beth. It really does. I'm going to flip down my camera. So close your eyes if you get dizzy. And we're going to get started. So, oopsie, I hit finish instead of flipping my camera. Hold on. Whoops. All right. So our Ultimate Craft Day was all about new products in the new catalog, online exclusives, and I do have an online exclusive to show you in just a little bit. We're on our 5th and 6th live project demo. And we've had a couple of games today. So the games, if you're playing, it's our secret word game and our in color game. And the entries for those are going to be, I'm going to be drawing from those entries, just randomly picking some. And you have to have the answers right, though. Just saying, you know, you can't just put one. You got to try. So between those and the comments and the shares and everything, by the end of Tuesday night, I'm going to tally everything together. Wednesday morning, I'm going to announce the winners. Some people are going to get a stack of handmade cards. Some people are going to get some embellishments. So, yeah, the more you play, the more chances you have to win. And I have decided that if we have 15 class purchases, and that's the class kit, I am going to draw for a stamp set. Yep, everyone's going to have a chance to win a brand new stamp set exclusively from me as my thank you for joining me today and having so much fun. All right, so now we're going to talk about a little bit of designer series paper. These are some of the extra papers that you got in your kit. Just everyday essentials we will not be using today, but it's a great sampler for you. Let me just grab out these extra samplers. So we have our everyday essentials. So we have 6 pieces in here. So each page, each piece is double-sided. All right. So this really just shows you all of them, but here you can see them a little bit up close. And let's flip it over. So we've got some, this looks like, oh, this is Bubble Bath. This one looks like a fun one. Oh, this is pretty. This one kind of reminds me of sand. All right, and just some fun things going here. All right, I'm going to just click on my computer over here for a moment. I just want to make sure that I'm live and I can see people. So if you're joining, say hi. I so appreciate it. And let's just get going. Let me see if I can see comments. Again, Facebook, I don't know why, is just not allowing me to see comments lately. So say hello. I would appreciate it. Facebook likes to know that the things I'm doing are of value and entertainment. All right, so that's our everyday essentials. So you have that in your class kit. And I will be posting the pictures of all these, so you can see them later on. Beautifully Ordinary Life. This is one that we used in our In Color class. So you have that in your kit. Our Boutique Bloom. We did not use this today, but we did use it earlier. And I do have some cards to share with this. So let me grab those cards really quick. And we can check some of those out. All right. Oh, I got my basket backwards here, so just give me a moment. Oh, there are some other ones I really want to share with you. All right. This was one we made during our Hump Day lunch break using the Beautifully Boutique. You can go back and watch that one. This one is one of the card swaps I had received, and this is from Manda Dorley. I actually met Manda at a couple of different conventions I've been to. She's a really sweet woman, and she really makes some really pretty cards. So again, this is using our Boutique Blooms. All right, and then I'm getting out a special one right here. It'll just take me a moment. I'm just pulling those out so we can see those. All right, so here's some more Boutique Bloom. This one is just taking all sorts of little squares and then cutting it out with scallops, the scallop dies. Let's see. Well, those I'm not going to show because that's going to be a class. All right. Okay, Boutique Blooms. Okay, none there. Okay, I've got the Velvet Meadow paper. Oh, and here's another Lily of the Valley one. I had forgotten to pull this one out earlier. I think that's such a cute card. Very pretty. And this was made by Denise Will. So thank you, Denise, for swapping. Let's see what else. Oh, here's another one. So this is using the Boutique Blooms and this Scallop Blooms dies. So this is actually from the Scallop Bloom dies. And if you look closely, you can see the In Color butterflies on here. All right. So I'm going to put those away. All right. Now, one of the things I really wanted to share with you, and I don't actually have it. I was toying around getting this, but in the United States, there is a special product, an online exclusive, that is Winnie the Pooh. And let me get you the name of it. I just don't recall the name because I didn't get it. Like I said, I can only get so many of the different products that are, there. And this is just one I've been toying with. I still haven't decided. I really do like it. I have registered for a convention that is going to be actually having a class on this, so I may end up getting it. So let me just see here, and I want to go to my online exclusives. I'm just stalling here because I'm trying to get to it. This comes as a bundle. let's see, and it's, oh, Sweet Old Friends is what it's called. And it has Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Piglet, Owl, Rabbit, Tigger, and Kangaroo. So yeah, really cute, sweet. It has the Pooh and Friends is the Sweet Old Friends. And then there is a second bundle that goes with it called the Sweet Woods and Labels. Has some really cool looking labels, die cut labels, and some sentiments. In that whole suite, there's actually, and you can kind of see it on this card, there is a really cool map. It's the Winnie the Pooh Land map. So yeah, currently it's unavailable. It should be back, I think, the week of the 25th, and it's unavailable because of the paper. So you can see some of the paper here, but it should be back in about a week or so. All right, so this first card here is from Rosemary Gonzalez, who is part of my team. It's a really cute card. Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. The sentiments in that set are so sweet. So some of the sentiments are, the best kind of days are the days spent together. I will love you until forever, and even after that. You deserve a little treat. My favorite, Pooh saying, oh, bother. I do remember reading Winnie the Pooh to my grandchildren when they were babies, when they're, you know, just laying in their cribs. When Casey was in the NICU, I had taken up Winnie the Pooh books, and every time I was up there, I would read them to her. So she's home. She's good. She's rocking and rolling. She's healthy. She is, yeah, they are so sweet. My grandchildren are very sweet. Yesterday, we celebrated my mom's 89th birthday, and I took Kaden with. Miss Casey had eaten too much watermelon the night before, so she had gotten sick during the night, so we didn't think it was a good idea to take her. So, but Mr. Kaden had so much fun with my mom, and he played. He was so sweet and behaved. It wasn't until it was time to go that he kind of started getting out of hand, because he thinks that furniture is a jungle gym. But it's because he was tired. And I knew he was getting tired, and I kept him a little bit later than I probably should. So that was my own fault. But then, yeah, brought him home, and he slept on the way home. So I had to like make some other errands. Like I went to the car wash and I don't know, drove around. So he slept for about 45 minutes because I knew once I got home and I got him out of the truck, he would wake up. And he did. And he played for another couple hours. So it was a great day. And I'm so excited. So today I get to craft with all of you. So I actually had the best weekend ever. So a day of my grandchildren, a day crafting with all of you. I mean, what more can I ask for? Okay, so our next card, I'll stop babbling, is a cute little bookfold card from, oh, Chrissy, I don't even know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to do it because I would just slaughter it. All right, so here is her card. It's kind of a different bookfold. So it opens up here, and then it opens here. How fun is that? That's a really cute card. All right, so I'm going to just put that back in its envelope here because I want to make sure when I show it later, I can give Chrissy kudos on it. All right, so the best kind of days are the days spent together. Again, this is really showcasing our peaceful pine in color. And these are some of the labels that come with that label bundle as part of this suite. Right here. Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. I mean, the sentiments are too sweet, right? And this is from Mary Ann Rosatier. I hope I'm saying her name right. Okay. And then we've got another fun fold in here. So let's open this up. And this is from Laura Rothel. Oops. Ooh, okay. Isn't that cute? I love when you have that hidden label that matches that front label. Oh, this is such an adorable card. And this is actually from the paper. So she didn't stamp this. There is a piece of paper that has all these labels in that you can die cut out. But isn't this the cutest? And I love the colors. All right. again, I have to put the things back in their envelopes because I have to make sure I I credit those people. All right. And old friends are the best friends. Now, I can tell you this is one of my favorite techniques. And this is from Elizabeth Giles. So Elizabeth runs a, what's called this Stupendous Stampers. There's a small group of us that swap together. And so this was one of hers. And this is what's called a waterfall card. So a waterfall card simply is one that turns. So normally it's this way. I love how she changed it up and put it that way. Very cute. Elizabeth, I love your card. All right. Again, the best kind of days are the days spent together. Really fun. You know, it could really be used like for a masculine card, maybe a thank you for your husband or, you know, significant other. I think it's just a really cute card. Oh, this one's really sweet too. And this is a fun fold. Let's open it. So this is from Loli Gonzalez. I love when people do fun folds. All right. Oh, look at how cute this one is. It's one of the bridge cards. That is really sweet. I love how she took the ink and just put it on the embossing folder, kind of sponged it on there with a little brush. Isn't that cute? And you don't have to have all the colors in the world. You don't have to color everything. I love this. It's a great example of, you know, not having to have everything. And just, yeah, great example. All right. This is featuring the, oh, I don't have this paper, so I don't know the name of it. It's like a Velvet Meadows paper. I do have some of their cards with that paper, but I had this in a pile because this is one of the stamps from that label set. And then again, from the paper, and then she used the shiny hydrangea hue, and then the other paper from that suite. All right. How about we make our card? And I can show you more cards later. I am going to, like I said, do a little video between now and 6:30, I think. And I'm going to just showcase a bunch of the cards. All right. Let's see. So we're going to pull out our Waterside Retreat paper package. Oh, there are a couple other designer papers. Oh, here. So this comes in 12 by 12. And so here are the 6 different sheets that are in that. So really fun designs. Lots of colors in this. I know it's hard to see just with these little tiny squares, but there are lots of beautiful colors in this paper. It's more of a very subtle color scheme, but it makes for some great cards. So there's some fish, there's bicycle, there's waves, there's little buoys and flotation devices, all sorts of things. One of the fun things about this paper, and Stampin' Up! Has been doing this quite a bit lately, but they've been making one sheet here that you can actually cut apart and make some card fronts without having to do a lot of stamping. So when you cut this one, you would cut down here first, and then you can cut here and then here, right? And then on the other side, you have the stripes. We are actually going to be using the stripes today. And this other paper I'll show you when we get to our next card. All right, so from your little paper stack here, go ahead and grab out your stripes. Where are my stripes? Here we go. We're going to grab this stripe paper here. Right. I already have mine pulled out, so I don't have to do that. Or do I? Do I have that already cut? You're going to be grabbing your project number 5 envelope. Right. Now, one of the things you see in here is one of the new embellishments, and I wanted to give you all one of these. So each of you have one of these embellishments to make your card. They're little anchors. They're really cute. And this is the card that we're going to be making. So because you didn't have the stamp set, I know it's kind of hard to actually stamp your card. So I did a lot of the die cutting for you, and I put it in here. Now, I do have stamping behind here. You will need your own stamps to put behind there, and your own sentiment. But let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I sealed this one because I had all little pieces in here. And this is my sampler. This is my kit to make. All right. Now, there's some things in here that I'm going to show you a couple different techniques on. So I have them all wrapped up. So now these are the dies. I didn't have a chance to make my little project sheet, but I will be. So these are some of the dies. Let me go ahead. I'm going to actually pull out the dies in just a moment, but let me just pull these pieces apart here. You have quite a few different pieces in your kit. All right. So you have a... Oh, I don't know how I ended up with two. Okay. All right. You have your base card here. This is thick white. And I do need actually another piece. So I need this to be 5 1/4. All right. There we go. So cut your 4 by 6 piece to 4 by 5 1/4. All right. Oh, yeah. This piece here is for your die cutting. So I've got this in here. Now, this I actually did your die cutting for you on this one. All right. So you're going to break your pieces apart like this. Let's bring in the stamp set and dies so I can show you what's all in here. Because after all, this is our new product party, right? We're celebrating, we're partying. And okay, so here's our stamp set. So we have the outer on deck chair. I don't know how to say it. You know, a lot of people don't know how to say that. I guess everywhere except for the East Coast knows how to say it or doesn't know how to say it. So sorry if I slaughtered it. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I love these chairs. We actually have a couple in our, that we use in the summertime for around the fire pit. My friends and I actually went and we made our own. Yeah, it was a women's workshop at like Lowe's or Home Depot or something. And we went and we made a chair ourselves. Yeah, it's a cedar chair. Love it. My husband just kind of looked at it. My husband's a carpenter, so, you know, I'm like, it doesn't count. I said, I did this all on my own, so should appreciate it. But we had run out of time that night when we were making it, so I didn't get to, like, round the corners and, you know, sand it out. Now, this was a couple years ago, and I've been asking my husband, I said, will you sand those corners so they're rounded so people, you know, the kids don't catch themselves on it? Yeah, still hasn't done it. All right. So this set makes for a great Father's Day, you know, or birthday, or just, you know, retirement, or, you know, this reminds me of just going up north and kicking back and relaxing. I really like this set. It's definitely one I enjoy. Oh, hey, and look, secret number word 5, or I can't even talk anymore. Secret word number 5, party. Make sure you write that down. All right. And now here are the dies. So there are quite a few dies in here and they make different things. I'll show you what this one looks like in a minute. But out of these, you can make a rocker. So by using this, you could convert this into a rocker. These are to cut out your stamps right here. And then you have a little book and a little coffee cup. Here's your book. Here's your coffee cup. There is a bird, your seagulls, and then your cattails, or people here call them pussy willows or cattails. It depends on where you're from in the United States on what you call it. All right, so let's get going on this. So like I said, I've done your die cutting, so that's what this piece was for. It was to die cut your chair. Now there's 3 pieces to your chair, so let's go ahead and we're going to assemble this. And I want to bring in, I wanted to have something for my desktop here. I guess I'll bring in the sheet. I was looking for my, oh, here it is. I found it. Found what I was looking for. My silicone mat. This is a must-have in a crafting room because you can glue things and the glue will rub right off and you don't have to deal with it. All right, so we're going to do our chair first. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to grab this glue here, and I'm going to simply just put some right on the front right here. And then I'm going to grab this piece and put that right on the front. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now this piece right here, this tucks in right in here, just like that, and then you adhere it to the back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some adhesive right here. I'm going to tuck it in. All right. So now I've got it lined up there. And now here, I'm just going to put, I'm going to kind of fan it forward. I'm going to just put some glue. Actually, I'm just going to put glue right across this whole thing. All right. Now I'll simply just push it down. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to put a block on it so it sits flat. And we're just going to put that aside to dry. So let's just move it right there. Then we have our little cattails here. So a couple of them I have, they notice they're different directions. We're going to be using 3 different ones. And I wanted to show you 2 ways to have these work. So the first way, and let me just grab my blend here. And this is probably the easiest way if you don't like to get your hands full of glue and everything. Go ahead and with the old olive ones that are cut, just take your blender pen or your marker and just color the top here in brown. All right. So this is one way of doing it. All right. Now I'm going to be using all 3 there. So the next way will be, sorry, I was looking for my snips. I don't know where to put them. Here we go. To actually snip off the top. Now, when I ran these through the die cut machine, I used those adhesive sheets we talked about earlier. This is a perfect example of when you want to use those adhesive sheets. Because really, trying to get glue on these tiny little pieces, oh, very hard. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to snip off the little cattails up on top. Right, I want to make sure that I know which ones. So these are the ones that are going from left to right, because I need to put it on the old olive piece that goes left to right. So now let's take a pick tool. And I moved that off to the side too. I was doing a little bit of cleanup before we joined again, and I don't know what I did with it. All right, I've got too many other things out here, so I just need to move those. Well, it has to be here somewhere because it's not in my little bin. I don't think it is. We'll go around one more time. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, so it's got to be on my table here somewhere. Just bear with me while I look on my table. I've got all these different piles of paper, so let me just pick all these up. Put these all together. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget to tell you things, so I had them all organized here that we're going to be using. And I can't imagine where this went because I know I've been using it all day. Okay, well, can't find it. So I'm just going to use my little scissors end. This is going to be a little harder. I really do need to find that tool. Where could it have gone? I don't see it there. I must have it in my bin here. Let me look again. I found it. It was hiding behind my mist. All right, so I'm going to flip this one over, and I'm going to take off this backing. So I'm just peeling up with the take a pick tool. And remember, it's take a poke tool if you poke yourself. All right, so now I'm just going to lay this right on top of my old olive. Sorry if I'm getting my head in there. I'm just trying to get over it. I'm just going to slide it around with my nail here until it's right in place. Then I'm going to take my other one, do the same thing. How do I know which direction it's going? I left a little bit of that stem there to help me out. All right, so I'm going to get this on there. This can get a little challenging, especially if it's later in the day. I don't operate as well as I do in the morning. In the morning, I'm very in tune to what I'm doing. I'm very crafty with what I'm doing. All right, so it's up to you what you like. Now, normally the cattails are really actually much darker, so that's more realistic. But I really did like how that looks, and since I cut the extras, I'm going to use them that way. Again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but you have the option to, as you have all those little bits and parts in your kit. All right. So let's just take this one, we'll flip it over, get up the backing, and we'll put it on the other one. Now, you can get this bundle and make this card just like I am, or you can use something from your stash, but you'll have all the bits and pieces there. You know, it's so hard when you get a kit and you're like, okay, I got this piece, what do I do with it? Well, I've already die cut it for you, so now you don't have to wonder. Right. Normally I don't do that, but because we're focusing on new products, I found it easier to do that for you. All right. Okay. So we've got this and this done. Now, we're going to take our piece of paper here, and I'm just going to simply slide all these up. I don't need them at the moment. And the only thing I do right now is I'm just going to put my chair in kind of the middle of the page. All right. I want it to be a little bit lower. And the only reason I'm doing that is so that when I go grab my stamp here, I kind of know where I want this to go. So I'm grabbing this fern looking one here. And I'm going to grab my mossy meadow. Now actually in this paper, it's peaceful pine and old olive. But I like the look of mossy meadow on it, so that's what we're going to use. If I find my mossy meadow, where did it go? Oh, no, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. I did not put away my stamp pads from the last session, so they're kind of scattered now. Oh, here it is. All right, so I got my mossy meadow. So now that I know where that's going to be, I'm going to stamp right and back. So this one's going to go here. I'm just going to angle it just a little bit. And then I'm going to stamp again, but I'm going to angle it much more. Quite a bit more. All right. And then on this side, I'm just going to go this way. All right. So when I put my chair down, it'll be behind my chair. All right. So that's that part of stamping. The other thing I do need to stamp is my little label. So this is from our Stylish Shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the word relax on there, but you could choose a different sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that with our mossy meadow. So I've got the song, Relax, Don't Do It, going through my head. Does anyone else think of that? All right, I told you it's a party because, you know, during happy hour you play good music, right? Anyone else got music popping through their head? I have all sorts of songs popping through my head. Okay. A lot of times it's children's songs, but today it happens to be adult fun songs. Okay. So now here I'm going to take two of the cattails that are going in two different directions. I'm going to overlap each other. And then over on this side, I'm going to take the other one. And I'm just going to turn it a little bit of an angle here. All right. I could even move it up a little bit so it sticks a little further up. So now on the back of these, I do have that adhesive sheet. So I've done that for you. I want you to check out how great this stuff is. Now that's not a new product. It's been around for quite a while, but it works amazing for detailed dies. All right. So I'm just going to put it right there. And let's get these two peeled off. And I'm not really measuring where it's going, or I'm not really being precise. I'm just putting them where I want. I want them to be behind the chair, but I also want them visible. So what I found with this one is if I have this going more towards that, it'll help me get it to be where I want. And this one, I'm going to just overlap, just like so. Right? I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on the paper. Now, to get our chair popped up and on there, I'm going to flip my chair over, and I'm going to take my my leftovers from my dimensionals here. I love doing this because I saved these for like this kind of scenario. So I'm going to put my dimensional back here. I'm going to put some on, well, I don't need that big of a piece. So I'm just tearing it. I'm going to put it on the arms of the chair. Right. Then I need some back here. So I'm going to take a strip. And it might show through a little bit, but that's okay. So let's peel these up. And we've got a couple more elements to add, and we'll be done with this card. All right. So let's bring this in. I probably should put this on my card base before I do anything else, because while it's nice and flat, it's easier to add your adhesive. All right, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to add this. Like so. All right. Now to get our this on, I am grabbing some of my crumb cake baker's twine, and that comes from our. So this is not new either. This comes from our Baker's Essential package. Our Baker's Twine Essential package. So there's gray, granite, black, vanilla, white, and crumb cake. So I've got my crumb cake here. Now you'll each be getting a piece in there. I don't know where the piece went. I thought I had a piece in there. All right. Well, I guess I don't know what to do with him. So your piece. I'm just going to do it right now. It's going to be about this long. And I'm going to take my Relax. I keep, the song went through my head. Sorry, it's like distracting me. I'm going to take my adhesive on the back of my label. Now, I am going to pop this up on dimensionals in just a minute, but I wanted to start with my circle here. So I'm going to put this right in the middle. And then I am just going to simply make my circles. Now, if I would have slid it off my hand a little better and put it on my pad here a little bit better, it would have been much easier to do. Okay, so this is my bottom. I can make my loops a little bit bigger on the bottom, smaller on the top. So I'm just kind of looping that in, finishing it where it's going to go. All right. Okay. So I just got that kind of hot mess looking. That's the mess I want. That's the look I want. I'm just going to push that down so it sticks somewhere on there. And then we'll pull in some dimensionals. And we're going to put that right there. I do like to overlap my twine. All right, so we'll pull those backings off. And we'll bring this back in. And I'm going to tuck some of that underneath, okay? And we're just going to, you can put it at whatever angle you want. I'm going to go ahead and go this way with it. It's okay if it's over the chair. It doesn't matter. All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring our, what are these called? Glue dots. And I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to actually use 2 glue dots on each end. So here I'm taking my embellishment to my glue dot, giving it a good press so it comes up. All right. Then I'm going to grab another glue dot, give it a good press so it comes up. I found double glue dots are double duty, and they work great to hold a heavier object. All right, so here we go. There's one. Okay, come on, one. And we'll get this one. All right, so now these glue dots are a little bit bigger than the area I need them to be. So once I have them on, I'll just flip it over, and I'm just going to kind of roll it so it's not really exposed a lot. I'll just roll them into a little pile. And then I'm just going to slide this. You can slide it anywhere. You can set it on the chair. This one, I put it below the chair. But this one, you know what? Let's go ahead and set it right here on the chair. All right. Now, I don't have dimensionals. What am I sticking to? I don't have dimensionals right behind this area, so that works out good because that way it goes a little flat. So now when it goes to the mail, it'll still be relatively flat. You may have to pay a little extra postage because of this, and you want to be hand metered so it doesn't go through the machine and get caught on this. When you mail it out, the biggest tip I have is take a piece of printer paper, copy paper, and cut out a piece this size and put it on the front, and then put that in your envelope. It will also help prevent this from catching when it goes through the machines. All right, so let's go and open our inside here. Let's grab our stamp again here and our stamp pad. And I'm just going to stamp a couple right here. I'm going to stamp 2. All right. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to take something and wipe my ink off my silicone mat there. All right. So that is our card. What do you think? Do you think this set is cute? I really like it. It's a very calming and relaxing card. Yeah. All right. So let's get this next one clean. And now I'm going to share with you our next door prize. Or not door prize, pillow gift that I made just especially for each of you. All right. Using the same Relaxing Waterside, I made this little palette for you. So it's just a simple little palette. And I just decorated it up so that you can hang it up in your craft room. If you don't want to hang it up, you can put it on a little stand. Just, you know, take the twine off. All right. So I use the same Relaxing Waterside chair. This is from our Scallop Blossoms dies. This is a Scallop Blossom die. This sentiment, though, came from our next stamping bundle that we're going to be using. Let's put this one away. And I've got one other thing to put away here. Might relax. Let's get that clean. So it's, excuse me, it's 6:30. I'm just going to do a recap of all the things that we've done tonight. Go over what classes are available and how to sign up for things and answer any questions that people may have. Okay. All right, there's that. Dies are in there. And let's put this one away. Okay. Now on this, you know what? I realized on this one I didn't have any embellishments, so I just need to add a couple embellishments here. I had forgotten to do that. So everyone's little gift here will have some embellishments. I'm just going to put some little water bubbles in here, I think. One up there. Yeah, I'm just adding a couple little embellishments just to give it a little sparkle. All right, so that is your third pillow gift. So we have our little cup, your little thank you tag, your little Band-Aid survival kit, and the fourth one will be shared at 6:30. Okay, yeah, so you're getting a bunch of pillow gifts in there. So totally worth it. So you're going to end up with 6 project kits. You're going to end up with 10 tutorials, extra designer series paper because we didn't use all of it. We only used like a piece from each one. All right, I'm going to put my cards back. So for me, it's easier to keep track of those. All right, our last project here, unfortunately, I had a little mishap right before my video started, and I spilled all over my project. Well, the project package. So I can't show you the project package. So we're going to start it from scratch. We're going to be using the Everyday Essentials here. And I'm just moving these things out of the way because I need to get to our kit here. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed about that. It's so wet I can't even show it to you. Everything just got totally trashed. All right. From your... Wait, I think I have the wrong paper. No, it's not Everyday Essentials. It is Paper Medley. That's the one that we want. Yeah. This is the package that we want. All right. So, I had taken mine out before. So here it is. I don't know where my envelope went. Even for it. Yeah. It's like everything just got drenched. Okay, here's my envelope for it. All right, we're going to be using this right here. And let's see. Now I gotta remember what I did for this one. So this is Misty Moonlight. And we're going to be grabbing... I'm going to be using this one. All right. So I'm going to grab those two. And now I need to grab my card base here. Yeah, so I had made each one of each project so that I could show you what was in the kit and then use them as we went. And yeah, that didn't go so well for me. All right. So we have a piece of our Misty Moonlight. And I need a piece of Darling Duckling. Alright. Okay, and I'll probably end up cutting this one down a little bit, but for the moment, we have it right there. Okay. And we'll need some white. Alrighty. Where's my white? Oh, here's more dimensionals. Yeah. You can tell I'm getting a little tired because, like I said, I totally spilled. And I normally don't have something open like that on my desk. I mean, right now I have that Diet Coke, but it's sitting way off to the side. This one was sitting right here. Right there. And I just... Yeah. Foolish, foolish me. Alright. Need that. And I'm digging for pieces because, again, I don't have a kit ready. Okay. It's our base. And we'll use this and this. All right. So on this piece here, what you're going to do is you're either, if you have the postage, what is it called? Postage, perennial postage, you're going to die cut that piece. I'm not going to do that for you because if everyone wants to choose a different pattern, they have it. All right, so I'm going to just run this through the die cut machine really quick. If you don't, just trim it down, and I'll give you the measurement in the measurements in the tutorial Oh my. Oops. It has been a super busy day. What has everyone else been up to? Been taking a break and going and doing things? Or have you been here all day and playing in your craft room? Tell me what you've been up to. All right. Now this particular stamp set, normally I would actually use very bright, bold colors, but I really did want to use some of the paper that I sent in your class kit. And I really wanted a little bit of color. I could have gone with that sand color, but yeah, I wanted a little more to it. All right, so I have this here. Actually, I should have reversed that, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and take this strip, and we're going to cut a 2-inch strip from here. So you're going to cut this piece to be 2 inches by 5.5. Leave that right there. And this is going to go behind. And it's going to go almost to the edge. We're not going to put it on there yet because we're going to do a little bit of stamping. We have this right here. And let's see, I need this piece to do my stamping. I'll need this piece for the inside of my card. So this piece has to be cut down. Zoom. And zoom. Okay, that's for the inside of my card. All right, next we're going to extra piece. Oh well. We're gonna grab. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm getting really tired, so I'm a little bit slow. Not normally this slow, but I am right now. Okay, let's grab our dies and our stamps, and I'm going to take my little life preserver here, my little floaty, and I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to stamp in 2 different colors, so I'm going to stamp in Darling Duckling and Cajun Craze. Actually, not Cajun Craze. I'm sorry. I don't know where Cajun Craze came from. Totally not what I was going with. I'm going to use my Timid Tiger. Cajun Craze. So not the right color. Here, I already had it out. Okay. So I'm going to stamp this first. And because this is kind of darker, I'm going to stamp it off. So I just need to grab a scrap piece of paper to stamp off on. So let's grab our sheet back in. Always good to have a piece of grid paper. All right. So this is pretty dark. So I want that to be a little lighter. So I've got that there. So I've got one. And you know what? I'm not going to be able to see this really well. Let me switch this around. I should have stamped my Timid Tiger first. And I'll show you why in just a moment. Oh, that's not going to work either. I lied to you. We are going to do this one. All right. So what I'm going to do here, because I want to stamp it in the same direction, I'm just going to put a little dot right here on my block. Reason I'm doing that is so I know what direction I've stamped this in. Okay, because I'm going to stamp over the top of it with the other one. So here's this one. And I'm going to actually probably use my pumpkin because I want it to be more orange. I don't want it to be brown. So I've got 2 of them right there. All right. We'll grab pumpkin. All right, as long as I know where that dot is, I know to go up and down. So I'm just going to pull this down and look through this, get my outside edges lined up. And that's not going to work. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Let's start over. All right, so I have my yellow there. I forgot I had this piece. So what I'm going to do here, all right, so there's my orange. And I'm going to take my yellow. So again, I'm just using different colors. I'm going to look through, and now I can really see where my colors are going to go. Do you see that? So I'm going to line this up so that my yellow is going to go in those white areas. All right. And I don't really like that color combo for that. I think we're going to go with daffodil. And we're going to turn this over. Originally, these were not at all the colors I used. But because, like I said, I spilled, I have to come up with a different color scheme. So we're going to do red and... We'll do red and daffodil. I think that will go fine with these. So there's my red. There's my daffodil. I didn't like how the Darling Duckling looked. So here we go. I'm going to grab another piece of white here. I really hate when this happens and I have to kind of come up with it on the fly. So, sorry. So sorry. All right. Okay, let's stamp our red first. And I want to stamp the darker color first because it just makes it easier to see. So I've got my red. One there. And one here. All right, we're going to close that up. Get some of that red off, get it cleaned. All right, let's grab our yellow. Again, I'm going to look through my stamp. I'm going to line these up on my stamp here. So I'll look through right there. Ooh. Didn't quite have it lined up. There, I do like that much better. And I'm just going to line that up. Oh yeah, definitely better color scheme. Okay, we're going to run this one through our die cut machine to get our little pattern there. What am I going to do with my dies? Oh, you know what? We're not going to even do that. Since yours isn't going to be die cut, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to cut down this piece. So this piece will measure... I feel bad if you can't do that and you don't have it. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this to 4 1/2. So, and this one is 3 1/4. All right, so we have that there. We have this here. We're going to go ahead and die cut these two out. So in this die cut set. We have all sorts of fun things, right? We're just going to grab our little life preserver here. All right. Oh, the tape stuck to it. Hang on. All right. Cut these two out. Now, if you don't have, you know, the dies, you can always fussy cut things out. And if you don't happen to have this particular stamp set, you can use other stamp sets. You can design your card the same way, just swap out the sets you have. Where did my top plate go? Oh, there it is. Top plate went underneath. All right. Now, hopefully my die doesn't move on me next time. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Bring this back in. Get this one and this one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this piece down. We could even use that side if we wanted to swap out and do hydrangea, but I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. So again, totally up to you. It's your paper. You do what you do you. And I'm going to go all the way to the edge here. And this one, I'm going to put down. This one right here. All right. And this time, you have some white baker's twine in your little kit. You'll have longer pieces. You'll have one long piece. I just have my extras. All right, and I'm just going to take this. I'm going to start it in the back. Get a little bit of adhesive on there, and I'm going to wind this through. So I just started in the back, and I'm going to leave a little loop here. I'm going to put this through the back. And I'm going to end up with a little piece right here. All right. Now they're kind of loopy, I know. But we're gonna pull them together. So just decide where you want to hang them. So I want to have this little loop over here, like that. We're gonna put these on dimensional. Put this one on first. Dimensional, where'd you go? So let's just go ahead and put that there. Okay, so I've got one here. And now this one. I'm going to do the same thing. We'll put some dimensionals on there. Okay. And I want my other dimensional covering this right here so it stays in place. Okay. All right. So we're just going to have those two like that. All right. Now I just need my sentiment on there. And let's grab our stamp set. And we do wishing happiness floats your way. So we need a tag, don't we? All right. So we're gonna grab the scallop blooms again, and that's going to give us our little label. So this is where I've gotten most of my labels from, right here. Right. Let's see if this sentiment, if that label will fit. And where's my stamp set now? Oh, for heaven's sake, I did it again. Okay. All right. We might need a bigger tag. Let me just see. Oh, no, it's just going to fit. Good. The last time I just had cut out a rectangle, I didn't have a tag cut, but I feel this really needs to have a tag. So we're going to cut a tag. And yes, it will be all cut for you. Now I'll have the preserver donuts cut for you. You'll have to have stamps or markers or something to color it in. Oh, I don't need that. Not too hard to color, so. All right, let's get this lined up. And I'm going to stamp this in Secret C. I didn't want black, and I really wanted something a little darker than Misty Moonlight. Tuck that right here, just like that. Let's put this down. Tuck that in. All right. And then on the inside, we'll have our paper here. And we can use our leftover that we had from our previous card, or we can use this right here. I'm going to go ahead and I kind of like mixing and matching. So I'm going to use this piece right here. So I'm just going to cut, this piece is 2 inches. So I'm just going to cut a, I'm sorry, it's 1.5 inches. I'm cutting a 3/4 inch strip. We'll just adhere that to the bottom. And this also is going to be a featured stamp set for my summer stamp camp. So look forward to seeing that. All right. And there we go. So that is our second card for this session. So now the last thing we have is I'm going to share with you the last pillow gift. And yeah, we'll recap all the different projects that we've done today, what all comes in your class kit, and anything else that we think of. So remember, go back and make sure that you've entered all your secret words. Oh, in fact, I think we still have one secret word left. We're going to do that in the 6:30 hour because I don't know what I do with my little sticky. It's stuck in one of the gifts. So we'll find out what that is at 6:30. I'm going to take a nice, well-deserved break and put my feet up and relax for a little bit, and then I'll be back. All right, take care, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Oh, I should get out the other card so you can see the other card too. Well, no idea what I did with it. Oh, here it is. All right. So there was our 2 cards. Oh, well, you can't even see that card. Oh, yeah, see, I do need to step away for a little bit. I can't talk. And obviously, I couldn't show my projects. All right, we'll see you in a little while. Have dinner, go relax, enjoy time with family, and then meet me back here at 6:30.